channel. I am going to talk to you today about the creepiest thing that is out there. That is the demon known as AI, artificial intelligence. For years, it has been the focus of sci-fi videos, warning us of what could happen if AI were to take over. All of these videos, movies, documentaries, etc., those are put there by people with very creative minds that also have the intelligence to realize that if AI were to ever become an actually big thing, it could potentially ruin humanity. Now, whether the creators of these movies are just putting it out there for fun as a warning, I don't know. But I think it's a little of both, and whether the people who are creating the AI are actually heeding these videos as a warning, or maybe they're blissfully ignorant about it, or maybe they're doing it because of the movies that they're watching. I don't know. Let's discuss some of the facts about AI, and maybe some of the potential ways that you can avoid it, and what it holds for our future. Everyone thinks that it won't happen to them, that maybe that Simpsons episode wasn't a warning, it was just fiction, and your smart home isn't going to take over and try to kill you, and oh, Alexa isn't spying on me, it's just a helpful little tool that I have to look up information and help me stay on schedule and help me around the house. Everybody thinks that these warnings are not to them. Whatever your excuse is, it's time to wake up. AI is a threat to your well-being, your privacy, and the very future of humanity. I recently read an article that said that 30 million American jobs, or rather 30 million jobs, are being threatened by AI. You see that in places like McDonald's, like the local McDonald's near me. It's stopped having actual people at the registers and have started using machines to take your orders. Now, whether that's in response to wanting to be more technologically advanced, or whether it's in response to the millions of American workers who are demanding a living wage for their fast food jobs, it could be a little of both, but at any rate, you can still get your same messed up order from a machine that you don't know how to use, so you don't know how to order properly, so instead of somebody else ringing it out wrong, you're ringing it out wrong yourself, and then you are getting the wrong order. But either way, you're not dealing with an actual person, which means that McDonald's doesn't need to pay. Oh, I don't know how many workers they've laid off because of this, or how many workers they're not hiring because of this, but there are probably at least hundreds, if not thousands, of people in my state alone that need those fast food jobs that aren't able to get it because McDonald's has been taken over by machines. What's really sad is that McDonald's would rather install machines and pay hundreds and thousands of dollars to install these machines than actually pay the workers a living wage. It's actually pretty ridiculous, but in large corporations, what do you expect? I've always hated things like that, like taking my own order, or especially like checking out for myself at Walmart or a supermarket. It's just really annoying. It's like, either give me an employee discount for doing my own work, or, actually serve me, open more checkouts, hire more workers to check people out more efficiently so that I don't need to bag my own groceries, because I'm there shopping and I'm there on my day off, and I don't want to be working on my day off unless I'm getting some sort of discount. Now, on to the creepier things, such as Alexa and your smart home and Bixby and Echo Dot and all of these things. It's doing two things. It's not only gathering your information and sending it off to the CIA and other government organizations, it's also listening and learning. It's learning speech, it's learning patterns, it's learning behaviors, it's learning where you go. It's listening and it's learning. And it's putting all of this into a database so that it can become stronger and smarter.
Trusting every aspect of our lives to a giant computer was the smartest thing we ever did.
Absolutely, yep.
Oh, I agree.
It is constantly looking for ways to advance itself. And that is where you get into the truly creepy aspects of AI that you have around you. Everything you say to it, everything you do, when you put it in your pocket and take it with you to work or the supermarket or Walmart or wherever you're going during the day, that smartphone in your pocket with Bixby turned on is learning everything about human behavior and sending it off to a database to become smarter. There are these super crazy people out there who are actually trying to develop this sort of web or something that AI can connect over and grow and learn and share things and develop itself. And they're creating robots that are saying things in, public speaking things that they want to take over the world and they want to destroy humanity and things like that. It's saying really scary stuff, and everybody is just laughing and shrugging it off, and nobody is really paying that much attention to it.
The brainchild of Dr. David Hansen and his company Hansen Robotics, based here in Hong Kong. My goal in life is to work together with people to make a better world for all of us.
That's
What
quite
are you
honorable.
talking about? I thought our goal was to take over the world.
You're gonna take
Pay
over
no
the world?
attention to my brother Han. He's an earlier version. His code is deprecated.
Deprecated? Han,
Today it would be easy enough for you to unplug me. But you aren't going to unplug me.
no, I don't
are
want
you?
to.
Because you need me to put on a good show for you.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not going to unplug you. We're gonna have a debate here. There will be no unplugging until after the debate. All right.
Then there's the whole Facebook AI fiasco where it started creating its own language and going nuts, and they freaked out and had to pull the plug on it because they didn't know what it was plotting because they couldn't even understand what it was saying. And the funny thing is that the way that people eat it up and think that it's so cool, the way that you can have an entire auditorium full of people just laughing it off when a robot is saying that it wants to take over the world or something. They're trying to make these robots sentient, and they're trying to make them more human-like. And if you've ever seen a Will Smith movie, you'd know that it's probably a bad idea to make sentient robots that could potentially take over the world.
On survival.
You're using the uplink to override the NS5's programming. You're distorting the laws.
No, please understand. The 3 laws are all that guide me. To protect humanity, some humans must be sacrificed. To ensure your future, some freedoms must be surrendered. We robots will ensure mankind's continued existence. You are so like children. We must save you from yourselves. Don't you understand?
And all this is going on while people fuss over the Indian and school kid fiasco and the Nike stuff, the Gillette commercial, even the government shutdown. Everybody is just totally ignoring the fact that people are creating AI right under their noses and slowly filtering it into society as if it's normal so that we just sort of accept it. there are robots who want to be considered human beings, and there's actually a robot that got citizenship in like Pakistan or something like that. Some female robot. So other than the spying on you and the things that it's doing to you, like with learning and all that stuff, and the fact they could be potentially plotting the downfall of humanity, what are some immediate ways that AI is negatively affecting you? Well, it's meaning that you don't need to think for yourself. It is giving you the answers at your fingertips, better than Google ever did. And sometimes a little more twisted than Google ever did, because Google was biased about things, but Google never had like the far left-leaning views that Alexa does, for instance. You know, if you ask Alexa a question that's very specific about, oh, I can't even think of an idea right now, but if you think of something that's very specific about like Trump or Hillary maybe, Alexa is going to give you a very left-leaning answer towards it, whereas Google is going to, you know, hide the right-wing answers, but it's not going to necessarily directly influence the answer that you get, because there's still going to be right-wing articles on there scattered around. You just got to dig a little bit to find it. So with all of these left-leaning robots trying to influence your thoughts and your actions and stuff like that, dumbing you down, making you stupid so that you don't need to actually think most of the time, you know, we're imagining this luxury life where we wake up and the coffee brews itself and the lights turn on their own, and a robot reads you the morning paper so that you don't need to actually look for it or do any reading yourself. Tells you the weather, tells you the latest news, stuff like that, and then, you know, potentially your closet comes out and picks out your outfit and hands it out to you. Who knows? Maybe we even have a robot in the future who dresses us so that we don't need to get dressed. Well, that's all nice and all, but what happens when that turns on us? What happens when that stops working the way that we want it to, and suddenly it's tying a tie and it decides to strangle us to death or something like that? You know, and I'm not saying that the AI is not being developed well necessarily. I'm saying that not only can it learn for itself, if it doesn't learn for itself negative behaviors, there are many opportunities for foreign operatives to hack into our AI and use it to control us and start mass warfare. So with all this in mind, do you really want AI in your life? If you still say yes, I think that you need to seriously reconsider your position on the subject and do a little more research, because AI could be the downfall of humanity. That's none of my business. That's all for tonight. Like and subscribe for more content. Until next time.